afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. Saying we had rain yesterday and we're going to have rain tomorrow. And it's partly sunny, partly cloudy today, which is okay. So we're going to stay here on the sunny side of Garden 1 and we're just going to kind of continue. Yeah, words are awesome when I have them. We're going to kind of continue. We're going to move the Delilahs, then the yarrow, just work on getting the old pieces of fencing out that are separate pieces, and maybe take down that one and start making two long ones so it's one continuous piece, and that way the critters can't get up underneath it while there's no plants after I move the plants type thing. Having said that, I'm going to go get the Gorilla Cart and bring it up here so all the smaller pieces, if I don't reuse them somewhere, and I'm probably not going to, they get moved out of the area. And we're going to have rain tomorrow, so it goes back under the awning, back at the workshop area. So it doesn't stay up here and, and clutter up here. So let me get busy. Panda's over there walking, doing parole, keeping me safe from rabid squirrels. And she and I will talk to you later. I know you really can't tell because everything's dormant, but you can see where all the dirt work here has been disturbed. All the Delilahs there that tend to flop over my walking path that I end up breaking or, hurting so I can get to my hummingbird feeder have all been moved. That's why the dirt's all disturbed. From there, you can see where all of this dirt's been disturbed because all the yarrow that was growing over there is now over here. This is the yarrow bed. That is the only verbena left because the yarrow was choking it out. Having said that, next up is up here. All the green that you see here is the verbena that moved. It jumped beds because it was getting choked out here. I can't have it there. That's my echinacea and my crocosmias. So, does that make sense? Next is moving the verbena back down here, and then cleaning that bed out a little. So that's just kind of how it's going as I work my way down or work my way over. And once I get all the plants moved back to where they're supposed to be, then I will start looking at taking down the fence so I have whole pieces that I can cut to fit the entire bed for the fencing to keep the armadillo and the possum from digging up in here. When we had that drought going on, back in August, because I would water out here to keep everything alive, they would come in here and they want to dig. They're looking for earthworms and grubs, and they're doing their duty, but they were digging up the beds. So between the drought and the heat and the critters, and the fact that they figured out that some of it was just pieces and parts, and if they could get under one, then they could get under several, we will actually see what does or does not come back this year. Having said that, if the yarrows don't come back, I can plant more. I have seeds. Same thing with the verbena. If it doesn't come back, I can plant more. Echinaceas, same thing, I have seeds, So, Delilahs, as much as I like them as a flower, if they don't come back, I will figure out something else to buy or plant or whatever. They have a problem over here with either too much heat or too much shade. They've not found that perfect spot yet. So out of all of the ones I have less than half left of what I originally started out with 3 years ago. I was told that 3 years ago that they don't grow well here as a perennial. Plant them and assume they're just going to be an annual. And if it's not edible, I'm not doing annuals. It's got to be able to take the winter and come back. Except for some of the herbs, But that's okay. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. All right. I just figured I'd show you an empty flower bed. All right, let me get to work on moving that verbena. Talk to you in a few. So it's always funny how I can feel the temperature shift. So you can see the sun is just above the trees, but the temperature is shifting because I'm in tree shadow, not in sun anymore. And the temperature shifts. All right, having said that, what did we do? We talked about the beds being clear. If you notice, there's now a second rock there. Yay! So it's pretty much, step up on log, rock. Easy access to the feeder. Will help, me discern that I don't need plants growing there. Having said that, this rock here is also new. It was his brother. Yeah, you can see where I've moved dirt. There's a low spot here. This one has actually sunk, and I'm going to have to lift it up and raise it up and put some more soil and stuff under it, because everything should be that height. That is even with that rock coming off of the, the stair steps here. And I knew that was going to happen, because if you look, I've got places where there are no rocks, because I've been, as I collect them, if they're flat, they go here in the walkway. If they're round, then they continue to make the beds. And as I take the fence down, does that make sense? There are already rocks there. I think the only place in the beds that does not have a fence, or a rock, excuse me, is right there, at that corner. And that log's going to be a while. But long term, all the logs will break down, and the rocks are what makes the bed. Truly, last forever. Keep my little terrace up. Yeah, so what are we doing? Nothing, we're putting tools away. We're going to collect all of the extra pieces of fencing. I've got some of them just kind of hung on the fence there. I've got some that I've already taken down here, and I've got some over there. And the tools, and we're going to go stick it all under the hanger at the workshop. Because tomorrow we're going to have rain. And I won't lie, the rain will help pack the soil down here. And one day I'll have this great walkway where, there's just little 2-inch gaps, and you can step wherever you want. One day. Kind of like the stairs. It's an awesome, walk, walk, walk. All right. Panda and I will talk to you later.